What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, like and subscribe. Share this channel with somebody, uncle, auntie, nephew, neighbor, don't matter who, or where, why. Share this channel. Now, this is some crazy stuff that's been going on. I mean, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I was huge on, like, I wouldn't even say huge, but like, it was a point in time where it was like, I was watching nothing but just like academic streams. But like, ever since that Kendrick Drake beef, it's like, I haven't really been tuning in to act like that. Cause it's like, he's so one-sided, like, he's acting like he's Drake's girlfriend, basically. He never met the dude. And like, it's been almost a year. The beef is over. You're still talking about it, making streams about it. But I guess him and Black Boy Max got some issues going on. And he got caught being just like Drake. Let's just get into it.
It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird.
Man, Chipotle,
I would appreciate it if you don't do that type of shit with my little brother. That shit not cool. That shit not cool. And kids, if you ever in like discords where it's like niggas joking around with you, just make sure you separate yourself from those situations. You know what I'm saying?
2025 is shaping out to be just like 2024. Big streamer Black Boy Max is rising to new heights due to all the collaborations and all the news that's being brought to his doorstep, similar to Kai's Net last year. And one of the OGs of the internet is being exposed as one of these preds or people that does inappropriate or nasty things with children. Now, a lot of people would think that with Max's new In the Booth series and how he's dealing with artists, naturally his path would cross with DJ Akademiks at some point or another. But it's not in the way that you were thinking. I thought it would be on a music tip as well. It is based off of Noor, this 15-year-old streamer, DJ Akademiks, and Discord messages. It's always those private messages and private servers where these people get caught. These old men.
It's like the people you least expected.
Max said he wanted to try to forgive you. You like forgive?
No.
Why not? Yo, you always wanted me to be next to you now. Be excited, of course. Nah, he's
Oh my God, I've been waiting to get out of here. That's right, you just heard Akademiks ask Noor, a 15-year-old
Yeah, that's weird.
streamer, would he let Black Boy Max penetrate his 15-year-old booty hole like this? It's a freaky vlog. I can't wait to pack his ass up. That shit is disgusting. I don't even know how else to describe what was just shown to our faces.
You don't talk to kids like, you don't even talk to kids like that, like joking. You don't even talk to adults like that. So talking to kids like that's crazy.
As a 15-year-old, what would happen if you
Especially
let Black Boy
15.
Max penetrate you, or if Black Boy Max asked, like, that's so fucking disgusting.
That's weird.
That's a weird
Yeah.
That's a disgusting thing. I'm dead ass with that. I know a lot of people are about patterns. You know, one time doing this salute doesn't mean anything, or one time asking about being freaky in the booty hole doesn't mean anything. But what if I told you that it happened again and again and again and again?
You told me that there's not another 15-year-old that you could bust that?
If you could do one sex change, you could become a girl
No.
and get pregnant.
Then that's what he drew the line.
Would you let Max get you pregnant?
No.
If Max got a sister,
He already has a sister.
alright, if she threw you the box, would you smash?
No, because I'm 15.
Yeah, what does that mean?
She's above 18.
Just, you don't ask. You don't ask people this. It's weird. Especially
And it's
kids.
funny because I think that this is the problem with children now in today's age. Not necessarily that there is a problem with the children inherently. It's because that adults being in children's spaces has all of a sudden become acceptable. Hear me out when I say this. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with adults playing video games. I don't think that there's an issue with that at all. I think there's a problem when these adults are getting into Discord servers or
With
gaming
kids.
lobbies with these kids, befriending them and then taking them to private chats and messages and having conversations like this. This is why when I was growing up, it was so important.
Why are you
to do
doing this
things
in
like
general?
IRL local play, you know, the LAN parties that we used to have back in the
Or
day
like
when
in
Halo
group
was
chats
out, or
with
hell,
them.
Mario Party or Mario Kart.
Or
Those
even
were
when they're
safe
like
and indoor
entertaining.
spaces by me, my cousins, and anybody else that was younger. We'd hop on the game and play with other people who were of age. Now imagine if some, I don't know, 37-year-old DJ that sits on the couch drinking Hennessy and admires Drake were to pop into our LAN party, literally walk into my house and pick up a controller and talk about me busting down my friend's sister who's 18 and I'm 15, or somebody getting a sex change operation and having them bust me down and get pregnant, or do any freaky sexual things. That
Just
seems
talking to
so
them
strange, but that's
in
what's
general
happening in
like
real
that is
time
just
with these young
weird.
men.
You ever dream about Max before?
I have, yes. Not in a weird way. I dreamt of us coming to Malaysia and meeting. I dreamt of.
Oh, y'all on a vacation. Oh, lit.
I dreamt of him.
Jump to him, you and him in Malaysia.
What I find saddest in this situation is the fact that this kid is clearly innocent. First and foremost, he's 15 years old. Still a child. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Let's not try to
Kids don't
mature
even think
people up.
like
Let's
that.
not try to bring him to some level that he's not. It's clear in his voice that he is innocent, that he is a child, and that he is uncomfortable with the conversations that are being had. And then, even in that last clip that I just showed, it's clear that there are different ideologies and views. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I went overseas this past fall, or whatever the case may be. People from different countries don't over-sexualize every single situation like we
It's
do in
only
America. The way
America.
that everything is paused, ayo, sus, or whatever the case may be, is honestly something that's very Americanized. I know for a fact that because I switched mics, people are gonna make comments on this microphone that I have. But again, that is only something exclusively American. So I hate that this young, innocent child from another country is being subjected to these conversations when he just has a famous streamer that he looks up to, a
Then they
literal
be like,
role
oh,
model,
we just
somebody that he cares
bros,
about,
so you
somebody that
know,
he thinks
I'm
is the
just
greatest thing
joking,
in the
like,
world and inspiration for him to be better on a daily basis. Max is doing things that are commendable. Max is doing things that aren't harmful to these people, and it's sad that other people that exist on the internet, these 4 other Discord niggas, one of which being DJ Akademiks, is
and you
doing
know how
these
he
disgusting
is.
things to him.
Oh,
How did
this
they
and that,
all
I'm
get into
Jamaican.
one call in the first
Oh,
place? How does this
they
even
not
happen?
on
So
my
this is
level.
Ray's Discord. By the way, Ray is Tory Lanez's manager. So he invited me to the Discord. They were playing Fortnite. I asked if I could join. They said okay. I told them I'm live. They said okay, that's fine.
They knew you were
this-
live and was still talking like that?
Yeah. So imagine what happens when nobody's live.
Exactly.
Then he sent, I was deafened for most of the call. Didn't know they went that far.
Nah, don't even try
So
that.
it was my bad for inviting you to the Discord. Don't want you feeling no way. You a cool kid, and I know we all be trolling. But this I heard in those clips when I was deafened wasn't cool. You were speaking in basically every clip.
Yeah, like what are you?
It's
Oh
weird.
nah.
And then he privated his Instagram.
That's how you know. That's how you know.
All right, so let me get this situation straight. So you invited this young man, Tory Lanez's manager, by the way, which I have some things to say about that as well. But Tory Lanez's manager invites you to a Discord, and there's Akademiks there. There's all these other people there, and they say these nasty, disgusting things to you.
Gotta
even
get right
knowing
if you're
that
doing
you
a
were
video.
live,
You
right?
gotta
They
get
knew
the
that
head
you were
right.
live. And so they still invite you to come on stream, and they start to say these nasty, nasty things. And when talked about it or asked about it, DJ Akademiks says to you that, hey, I didn't know anything about this. I was deafened the whole time, even though as we listen to the clips, we can clearly hear DJ Akademiks' voice, right? And so then he tells you to delete those things. You're a cool kid. Even though I wasn't there, you know, when I heard those clips, it was all these things, just the denial of the whole situation, right? All these things happen, and yet no apology occurs, no nothing like that, but just an
The thing is like
invalidation of your
this.
feelings, and you know, telling
If
you
it
that
went
it's
the
not
other
a
way
big deal,
around,
don't
like
trip
if
out
it would have
about
went
it.
viral,
For sure,
everybody
don't
laughed
tell
and
anybody.
joking. Oh,
That
how we
kid
talk to the
just got what I
bros.
just got. He got groomed. Now,
When
DJ
our
Akademiks is no small-time figure. He streams every
nephew
single day, so
come
obviously he's going to be
around
held
and we
responsible
make
for
him
his
cuss,
actions.
like
He's
if it
gonna
went
have to
viral
have his
like
feet
that,
put to the
he
fire
would not
and
be
held
saying that.
accountable
He would
for
have said,
what he
let's
says,
go,
right? He's going to
let's
take
go
full
live
ownership
again.
and apologize and do what's right and not try to, I don't know, justify it or anything like that.
I love Max so much, like, shit, I suck a dick for that. You know what I mean? And now we're like,
What?
this is it's not that drastic.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you, and I want everybody's opinion on this. Based off of what we heard from that young boy who seems to be from Malaysia or what, but he doesn't seem to be from this country. Although he is associated with this type of content or whatever, who is he trying to kid? Who does he think is going to believe that this young kid initiated these things? And even if this young kid did initiate these things, that does not mean that you play into it with encouraged conversations
not
to
like
see how
it.
far a 15-year-old would go to prove his love and allegiance towards Blackboy Max. Mind you, they kept bringing it sexual. Even if we were to believe that, oh, you know what? He said he would suck a dick for Max. That's crazy. I don't know. Would he run over somebody's toe? Or would he do something extreme that doesn't involve sexual acts with another adult person?
Gotta
That
be
just seems
professional.
pretty logical to me. The whole situation is illogical, but at least that was probably the way that I would go down the path. Not, okay, let me bring more
Especially with a
sexual
kid.
things to this kid to see
But
how
you
far
steal
he
from
would
a
go
candy store.
specifically sexually with another adult. But Akademiks finally realizes that he has some apologies to delve out. So he starts doing that to Blackboy Max expeditiously.
Yo, Act sound crazy in this clip. And you could stand on that. If you call me and I was just like, nah, that's how I talk to little kids, you could be like, man, this thing Act is weird. Here's the thing though, because right now you're in the process of blowing up, right? When you say one thing, everybody just runs with it. So like, you know what, everybody came to me and they were like, yo, yeah, you called it when Max was just Central C, but Max called you a weirdo.
Now look, once again, you just said a lot of shit, and I understand. Can you just take accountability and apologize to Nor? That's all. I get he was in the court, but please, then we could call it off and it's good, it's whatever. And I apologize for not calling or texting you when that shit happened. That's all I want, though, bro.
That conversation that people saw in that clip is not supposed to be a normal conversation between anybody who is of age and somebody underage. You know, obviously, I said what the reason was. I was on some big bro, little bro.
How are you more mad that Max said that you were being weird or had weird activities, or hell, even if he said you were a weird ass nigga, as opposed to taking accountability for what you did? You're more mad at his community. You're more mad at the backlash. You're more mad at the outcomes, as opposed to being more mad that you, I don't know, asked a 15-year-old kid if he would change his gender. Hopefully that's exactly what he said, so I don't get misinterpreted, so he can fake be mad about some other stuff when you were caught doing some disgusting shit. And Max is lining up with everybody in the situation. Yo, you're worried about your public perception. You're worried about what everybody else thinks, as opposed to apologizing to the 15-year-old in question.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, this turned me so off. I never need to be on Kai, Max, Aiden, nobody's stream. I don't need none of nobody who stream. I got my own thing going on. Bro, I'm over here f***ing with these niggas, supporting them. I almost hit Grand and said, bro, yo, that no more Max clips on my page. I'm supporting these niggas, and these niggas is kicking my back in. I get nothing from it.
Yo, Act, no bullshit. You just sat here and said, yo, I shouldn't say shit like this to go. I realized. Let's keep it pushing. Who would care? Nobody. I don't even want to sit here and talk about this shit, because I don't give a. But, yo, gang, if you do some weird shit, it's some weird shit. Act, I still, even though that's some weird shit, and even though you try to drag my name, because at the end of the day, if I someone, you feel me? But, like, gang, just take accountability, apologize, understand, push it.
Akademiks is playing peak child behavior right now. It's peak child behavior mixed with also this, I've never had anything, and now that I have this community, I'm
Can we get off topic real quick too? How is Max getting like all the most like viral clips of the year? Like every other week is a viral clip of Max.
You said I'm trying to be a big bro,
I'm not tripping. I'm not hating. I'm just saying like he just right place, right time every time.
Max isn't technically a child. You're sexualizing two children relative to your age. I think that's really weird. Dude, you're not taking accountability. You're trying to flip the situation as if it's Max or Aiden or Kai's community, which their communities have nothing to do with this, but you're flipping the situation as if they're the ones who caused you to do these weird things. They're the ones who caused you and Tory Lane's manager Ray to bring Noor, a 15-year-old, in a Discord and chat him up sexually. No. And like Noor said, these are things that were caught on film. I would not be surprised if this is the stuff that happens off camera all the time. Now, there is a conversation to be had about Discord culture, community culture when you're a Twitch streamer, and the stuff that you put out to your audience and what's okay and what's not okay. Now, I'm not gonna lie, sexual culture and sexual nature, even homosexual nature, all those things are prevalent in these communities and in these conversations. Telling people to suck my dick is not an uncommon act. Telling people to bend over or Ayo jokes or any sort of sus culture is not an uncommon act. And also having these fans who are on the younger side is not some uncommon thing. A lot of these kids' favorite now is no longer the basketball player, it's no longer the actor, and it's no longer the rapper, as we've seen in the weeks that have already started off 2025. It's the streamer. So when you mix these sus culture, Ayo culture, etc., with this other culture of having a younger audience, it can get very tricky. And tricky is a very harsh word, because in no way did I say that an older man, somebody who is in their 30s, should be coming back to this community and having and playing sexual jokes with minors. Nowhere did I say that, because that's not okay. Akademiks is 35, 20 years older than Noor. So even if you thought that sus culture and Ayo culture was something that happens in this community, why did you think that it was okay for somebody who is 20 years the senior of the victim in this situation, okay to say to him these things that you said? And you still have yet to address and apologize to Noor publicly. On your tirades and on your rants is how these communities are trying to paint you as
because it's probably
X, Y,
more
and Z.
than
The
what
only
we
reason
think
why they
it is.
continue to have ammunition is because you don't take accountability. And I talked about patterns earlier in the video, and I'm not gonna lie, it's starting to be a pattern with these people. And I don't care about the accusation conversations. I know accusations can ruin people's lives, and one-off accusations are bad. But again, when we talk about building patterns and repetitions for people, that's where I kind of gotta draw the line. When we talk about the situation with the great victim and the assault charges, okay, I don't necessarily know what happened to that case, but we remember, we notate, and then we keep it pushing. But then there's also instances of you being a calendar counter, talking and engaging with young, barely legal or not legal, and legal only being by the law but not mentality girls, teenagers at this point. It seems like there's some sort of pattern or case that can be built against you. I don't know, I've never really liked DJ Akademiks. Not that I have like super strong feelings against him, but who is he to tell people about culture and rap and stuff like that? He was just a nerd with a computer, which is something that he's always championed himself as being. But when you give nerds or these people who have been the outcasts money and power and fame and success, they do what a lot of people do, and it's become disgusting, nasty people, and they ultimately expose themselves. But I wish he just didn't expose himself to a 15-year-old victim in this situation. Nor I hope you're feeling okay. I hope you know that a lot of people don't think that this is okay. This is not normal community building. This is not normal culture. And I hate that your love of Plaqueboy Max was weaponized and used against you in order for a 35-year-old man to groom you. Like, that's disgusting work, my brother. I apologize that that had to happen to you.